the first one is not for Fine Specimen over here, but it is for Ian on the end.
Oh, hey, Fine Specimen.
Hey, in his own way, Fine Specimen.
Go on.
Fine Specimen as well.
I think I've actually tried your one on.
Oh yeah, you did.
Good.
Did you put the Quake jacket on?
Sure.
Looked really cute on you.
That's really good. That's I did my Quake impression.
Do you want to hear it?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. You better stop being naughty or I'm gonna quick you.
Spot on, right? Spot on.
Doing an LMD of Chloe of Quake.
Okay.
It's gonna be, you better stop being better, I'm gonna quick you.
Because that's what Chloe said.
It's unbelievable. Whatever you're doing, it must be
I just had a coffee and I never
It must be the Klondike part. He never speaks.
Wow.
I know. So
Never allowed to have
like I'm shaking.
It's gonna be okay. We'll get through this.
We did the radio thing and he
Just hear
said
like flies.
absolutely nothing.
Hearing flies like hearing buzzing.
He's out of control.
Ian stole my favorite episode, but that's fine. We'll deal with it later. No, it's fine. Just wait till you see the next scene we write for the next episode. Full frontal. Just kidding.
Yes.
Please.
I'm terrible.
Please.
Please,
America
Marissa,
has been
please.
waiting.
Please, everybody's begging.
Ian, if you could go back and tell your character something at the very beginning, what would you have told them?
Good question. Probably something to do with Brett as well, or Ward's. Don't give him your pesto aioli sandwich because he'll chuck it away. He doesn't appreciate it enough.
Thank you. Yeah, leave it. I'm a good nerd.
Oh, I didn't get one.
Interesting.
Ian requested.
I'd have a lot of time. It's been a bit awkward because, you know, he's left. I didn't know he was coming back, you know, and
You moved on.
me and, I was going to say it, me and Henry are together. And Brett doesn't know.
We can't tell him either.
Thank you. She's positive.
What did you think of it?
I didn't watch it. I'd seen it. I think I'd seen it before that little clip of that. Oh, it's weird watching yourself kiss someone, isn't it? Have you ever watched that? Watch yourself like make out with someone? It's bizarre. It's bizarre. You're like, that's not me doing that.
I mean, for your character.
Well, like when you read it. Delve into Ian's subconscious.
So in that world, it's perfectly normal. That's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, if you put it in relation to real world fits, then it's fucking bonkers. Got it right.
Shield's favorite engineer. And I did get it right. Yes!
Favorite engineer?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what the internet says about you anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Who says that?
All of the internet. Every single one of them.
Like Devil Hunter 169 or something like that?
Yeah, like Dark Sage 2946. Yeah.
Sick.
Awesome.
I'd like to have a scene with Henry where he's just like in the gym doing press ups and I'm sitting on his back and he's just like using me as weight. He just uses me as weights. We discover that.
This got oddly sexual very fast, and I'm fine with that.
Do you know what? One thing that winds me up about it is like, you know, in London, like I remember being in London, you'd be waiting on the tube or something. And you see, you know when people are by themselves, like traveling, like people are really like stone-faced, they just kind of sit like that. And you always see people on their phone and they'll be like... I just find it really embarrassing, like the behind, you know, when people take these selfies of this like amazing moment, when you actually see the reality of it, it's really sad. Yeah. Really sad and hollow. We did one, I remember, I mean, it's really childish, but I found it like really funny. Clark one day, just out of nowhere, brought in a fart machine. And so we used it all morning. And it was like funny every time. In fact, it was even funnier every time we did it, right?
It has a remote and an emitter.
Yeah, it has a remote, so we stuck under a chair, right? So we planned it. We planned it like very seriously, like military style. We were like, right, we had to read through like a conference meeting. So we went, and all the cast were going to be there. And we decided we're going to put it under Chloe's chair, and we're going to set it off. And she was in on it. And so we did like halfway through the thing, like we get in, or like a few pages in, and Clark just sets it off, and it's like just this huge. And Chloe just goes with it and goes, I'm so sorry. And everyone like doesn't really know what to do. It's really childish, but I found it very funny. Do you know what? Chloe and Elizabeth both have dogs. Chloe now has 2 dogs. Elizabeth has 1 dog. And somewhere in like season 1 or something, because I spend so much time with her dogs, someone started calling me the dog whisperer. It's like it's my greatest thing. So Chloe's got a dog called Arthur, which just is like a living teddy bear. And then this other one called Wally, who's the stupidest, fattest dog in the world. So dumb and fat.
Hey! Don't sugarcoat it. How do you really feel?
No, I know.
Wally
He's a
might
really
be
nice
online
dog.
right now.
He is dumb though, isn't he? I literally walks in.
You're not
and
wrong.
Stuff like that. And then Maggie, Elizabeth's dog, is just like Elizabeth. Just like really nice and just like really polite. Doesn't want to make a fuss. Yeah.
But if I'm remembering correctly, on the Blue Planet, didn't you shoot Elizabeth's lover, Simmons' lover, with several bullets, a flare gun, and then burned him to death? You get a little action.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, when it comes.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, when. Yeah, when there's another guy in the mix, yeah, like.
That's my Fitz. People don't know how gangster Fitz is.
I mean, I've come up like we're saying yesterday. I like the idea that like Fitz keeps a photo of Mac in his wallet. Just like pulls it out sometimes, just looks at it. I like things like that, just little bits like that.
If I could I always say this, but if I could just, like at the click of a fingers, just morph and I've got Brett Dalton's body, you know? It's great. You know, it can do stuff around the house, it's great, some cheese in those abs. Or, you know, if I got to do some stuff like fight baddies, whatever. And also, she might enjoy that as well, you know? Win-win for everyone, really.
Awesome.
And I got a bit serious for a while. They were like,
Yeah, it did.
you know, they'd be on set, they'd be, you know, we'd be waiting to like learn your lines, we'd be on set like waiting for Clark and Chloe, they'd be at this side like rehearsing dance moves. So yeah, it definitely bonds them. They're similar in that. They're both scared. They're both petrified together. And you know, I suppose 4 seasons down, everyone kind of has an equal share. No one cares anymore. They're like, whatever. Yeah, take your trousers off, whatever. But I don't know why I'm talking about that. But I think like 88 hours of television. You know, it's a long time.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like, get used to it?
No, I just meant like we've had a lot of time to do
yeah.
it. Sorry, yeah, that wasn't. I just totally killed the mood in the room there. Sorry. Sorry.
So, yeah, he'll be coming to terms with that. I think. That's my guess.
ATCU is easy.
Is that the diseases one? No. That's in our show, is it?
And thank you all
I am
so much.
hungover. Thanks.
He also said something really profound to me one time over there where he just said, "Shut your face and stop being a pussy." And
Did he say that too?
Yeah. He would always just say, he would say tons of stuff like that. Right. Just like, yeah, or just say
he
something.
He wasn't the most politically correct
right.
in the world.
Yeah. But he knocked you into shape. He was a ball breaker. But you'd be like, you'd say something. So and so where are you from? Freddie? Be like, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and sit. So they built this, I don't know what you call it, gimbal or whatever, but the plane was actually all these huge mechanical stilts basically, which they'd built, you know, they must have spent a ton of money on this thing, and it basically would make the thing rock as more turbulence came, and, you know, they could control it and do all this stuff. And within 10 minutes of doing it, they were like, yeah, it's not, you guys are just gonna have to shake in your seat. So there was that at the point, they were just doing this for like 4 hours. Right. It looks great though, but it does. I actually do remember there was one point where, I don't know if we've talked about it since, where like at the end of the with good reason, it's not in the final cut of the movie, where basically there's this moment where where these two are just unloading their clips on me big time, and they wanted me to do like react to the bullet, but when you watch it back, it just looks like I'm auditioning for a Bee Gees. That's the day I learned I could dance.
There was something different. I was like, wait.
Yeah, and so they cut it.
But you had the moves. You were really good.
But you know what was so nice is I couldn't get this thing, and I was like, "Hey, Julius was coming in," and they would be really patient with me. And I just remember like everyone kind of coming up to me and just being like, "You'll get there." It was being really nice.
You never told him he got
clearly there.
Do any of you remember
your first line of dialogue from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Do you remember what your first line of dialogue was?
I think mine was, whoa, 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 whoa. I think that's...
I don't know.
There is also, you know, there is a side to it that, like, when we first started, we were very adamant that, like, we're, you know, we're good friends. And
Platonic.
I think we kind of finished, you know, as we finished the sentence of saying, like, I mean, we see each other like brother and sister.
Yeah.
Oh no, we are definitely kissing in the next scene. And so that was, so like, there has been moments where we've gone through, you know, first kisses and stuff like that have been, I find very, very nerve-wracking.
You're turning red right now.
Am I?
You are.
I'm sure I wasn't already red.
But yeah, we did. We would film it. You would felt like set a camera shot and keep it in one place, and then you'd film one side, and then we just had to kind of try and overlap it and stick a hand in it, try to slap it.
Really?
Clear enough. What's one of your favorite moments from the show?
Is it Mary and me? Kissing. Oh, kissing Elizabeth. Yeah, kissing.
Is it kissing Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Is it what? No, I can't understand you. You can understand me.
I mean, yeah, the whole wedding, cool, it was good. There was also a moment in season 5 of Caesius where someone comes over and he gives him a snail and he just goes, Panarian! That was my favorite, I think.
All by Susan.
Ian? Huh? They make movies. You been to any of them?
Yeah, they're all good. They are, they're all good.